Obvious question, Whitey. How's retirement treating you?
Yeah, yeah, it's a funny one, right? Like, obviously, I had every intention of hanging them up at the end of the lines. Just really unfortunate injury to Jake on the Thursday, and didn't know how things would play out over the next few days. But you know, you don't. You know, if they come calling, I'm not going to say no. So the opportunity to go again presented itself, and yeah, it was pretty enjoyable 2 weeks in South Africa, and here we are again. So I'll continue to you know, put my hand up as long as needed, and I'm doing a job and performing. But obviously Jake will come back at some stage.
Obviously, the question for both of you, how's it kind of felt since that tour coming back from South Africa? Because it felt like that match at Ellis Park was really a moment of growth and confidence in the side, belief in the side. But then also, even with the players injured out, there still feels like there's options available, depth available. How does the squad feel confidence-wise going into this game?
Yeah, I guess it was a confidence building tour, but it doesn't really mean anything if we don't finish the job off. The rugby championships so tight this year, and you've seen the All Blacks go down to Argentina in Argentina as well. So it's it's very tight, and we know that we're going to have to be at our best this weekend to build on that momentum and make it count.
Nick, so would you class yourself as unretired then, do you think, or where's it at? Because you're playing well and you're saying you can get asked to play, you play. So have you sort of thought about that, or are you just sort of going with each match? Or?
Yeah, look, it's just taking each week as it comes. And I know it sounds cliche, but it literally is how we're taking it at the moment. Yeah, look, it's still not backflipping on hanging the boots up this year. That will definitely come. I haven't changed my mind there. Just the goalpost or the finish line has moved lately, but I'll continue to put my hand up, and as long as I'm needed, and like I said, doing a job and performing, I'll be there. But yeah, look, it is a weird one, isn't it? Like, I don't know what the title is there, but semi-retired.
John was saying how you can help Tom with your experience, I guess. It's a new partnership, or relatively new to you. How do you look at that prospect? I guess he's on for the future. You get a chance to shake him a little bit down.
Yeah, we've worked together for a couple of years now, and we've had that week together before that third test, and it was enjoyable week. Prep that one, and he was performing really well at the start of that game. If you go back and have a look, he the skills he had on display there, and the way he kind of moved us around the field, very impressive. So look, it's it's not new in terms of. I know Tommy, we've been working together for a while now, and we all do all 9s and 10s. So look, combinations change, but the way we want to play the game and see the game, we sit together a lot as a group, all us 9s and 10s, kind of, I guess, the drivers of the team. Review games, training, preview the opposition where we see opportunities. So look, whoever gets the nod in those jerseys, we work together as a pretty tight knit little group there. But it's exciting to. I guess, to work with him, and it's like I said, it's a different voice barking orders at me, but the same orders really.
I think you've always been someone who's given a lot to this jersey, and it's meant a lot to you. But ahead of every game or every test, this could be the absolute last. How does your mindset go every time you're putting on the jersey for this last dance?
Yeah, it is something you try to tell yourself throughout your career anyway, that treat it like it's your last, but I literally have been living that now for a bit, and certainly treated that last Lions test like it, and then there was kind of a bonus to be able to play in South Africa, and now this week very much given Tuesday and Thursday everything I had, because it's pretty special. It's unbelievably special to be able to put on the jersey once. To be able to put it on a few times is unbelievable, and it's not just putting on the jersey and going out there on the field and representing. Like and probably for me in the position I'm at now, like just to be in this group and to train each day and to go out and train on Tuesday and Thursday, like I've got this real, I guess, sense of gratitude at the moment, just because I've been given this second chance, a bit of a Johnny Farnham kind of story where I've come back and I've really appreciated every moment. So I'll I guess again to your question, I'll absolutely give this everything I've got until that shoulder tap comes, and I'm enjoying it.
And Tom, could you ever imagine when you're sitting in Formal Hall in Oxford, maybe reciting your Latin before you had your dinner, that you would be not only back in the Wallabies? I know you said you would sacrifice a bit to do that, but also starting prop. Like, just take us through that journey and what it means.
Yeah, I guess 18 months ago I was in a very different circumstance to what I am now. I got away from rugby completely for almost 12 months, and having the knee injury as well sort of forced me to do that. But I think it was the best thing for me mentally, and really allowed me to freshen up. And coming back, I really wasn't sure if I'd make it back professionally. Like all the competition at the Western Force that we've got over there in the front row, and then obviously the Wallabies here. It's there's no slouches in the front row as well. So to be starting a Test match at home in your backyard is very special, and it was something that I definitely don't take for granted.
Just last question for me. You're starting at loose head. You also can play tight head. Can you just take us? You'll play wherever you're picked, but what is, if you had a preference, what is it for you as a prop?
Yeah, I guess I always say to Joe, I'd play on the wing. I'd play on the wing if you put me in the team. So I don't really care too much.
Pretty quick.
But
You're pretty quick.
Sometimes. When I'm not puffed. I'd play wherever. I suppose probably loose head's more my natural home. That's where I played the majority of my footy. But whatever the team really needs, and big credit to Mike Cron. He's the scrum lord for a reason. He's got so many drills and so many good little pointers when you're switching sides that it really makes it a lot easier for guys like me that play on both sides. And I think the results he's had throughout his career with different scrums throughout the world has been incredible. So a lot of credit goes to him for that.
Just back to your second last question, following on from that. As someone, a countryman like yourself from regional New South Wales, what does it mean to bring the Wallabies and their game to a regional town like Townsville? And it's been about 4 years. We're very great to have you all back.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, some of my earliest memories were when the Wallabies used to come out to Dubbo, and that was one of the reasons why I got involved in rugby in the first place. So to be able to have a Test match out here is awesome, and I think hopefully some of the kids that come out in the weekend, they start playing rugby, and then from there they can become Wallabies one day, because I know coming from a regional area you don't get that exposure every weekend or whatever to the Wallabies. So to have a Test match out here is unreal, and hopefully all the kids out there in North Queensland are watching, and we can get a few Wallabies one day.
And I suppose for both of you, how are you both feeling, I suppose, ahead of Saturday's match? It's shaping up to be a pretty big one.
Well, mate, pretty good. Like we've got up and acclimatised to the nice warm weather up here, which has been really good, and great facilities. So look, we've trained hard. We know we're going to have a hands full this weekend. Like Throb said before, around where Argentina are at the moment. Like it's the rugby championship's really close, and we're going to have to be on our toes. So look straight back into focusing on what we need to get right in order to perform against one of the best teams in the world. So it's been a good week of prep, but it's like the doctor said before, previous results don't really matter much. We've got to put it out there, and we've got to earn it daily, and we look forward to getting out in front of the people here in North Queensland, and putting out a performance and earning it again.
Hi guys, from ESPN Argentina. Just a simple question, Tom, for you. What are your thoughts on the forwards of Argentina? What do you think are going to be the key factors in the game? And also Nick, from the backs, a lot of young players and also experienced one in both sides. But I want to hear what are your thoughts on the team?
Yeah, I guess their full packs, one of the best in the world. Their front row, you got Montoya, Vivas, and Sclavi, which as a front row is quite formidable. They're all playing over in Europe, and they're they're some of the best, in the world at their game. So I know from a set piece perspective, we're going to have to be on at scrum and more time, and I think their back row as well. You got Pablo Matera, Crema, and Gonzalez, who are so fast, and then they get that quick ball out to their backs, which I'm sure Waddy would talk about. Their backs are something to behold as well. So credit to them. They played extremely well in that second game against the All Blacks, and the way they work hard for each other. They're a good, well-connected team, so we're going to have to be on our best game.
Yeah, like you said, they've got a very exciting backline. Threats from 9 all the way to 15. I think Garcia's been playing really well. Crios comes in at 10, and you got guys coming from Toulouse like Chocobara and Malia, like they're playing in really good club sides, so they're not just coming into the Pumas and not playing good footy year on year out. So these are seasoned rugby players playing, like I said, like the rugby championship at the moment is so tight. Everyone's playing really bloody good footy, and they've got some exciting players, some fast buggers too, some ex-sevens players, and conditions will be really good for running rugby, which is really exciting for everyone to watch, for North Queenslanders to see. It'll be a good deck. So it'll be exciting, but we're going to have to be on our toes.